So this time, what I'm going to be doing is sort of making a mini game. So I think where I'm going to spawn some barrels, and they're going to fly up in the air and come back down, and we're just going to need to shoot them, and then when we hit them, we're going to count that score and print it to a game, a widget. So I've got this arm, which is going to throw some ninja stars, but I'm also going to quickly make a ninja star. So it's just going to be an actor, which I'll call ninja star underscore BP. But obviously you can have whatever you want, be it bullets or anything else. And let's just add a cube. And make it a little bit flatter and a little bit wider. It's going to be a pretty terrible ninja star, but I can't be able to model one. So what I'm doing is I've just got two cubes on top of each other, and that's going to be the ninja star, because why not? And I'm also going to add a rotating movement on it. So now, hopefully when we put this in our level, I'm just going to hit simulate. You can see it's going to look like it's rotating. It's going to be just cheap and easy, and we're not going to have to worry too much about it. But it is bloody huge, so I'm going to scale that down. So I'm just going to lock this so it all scales together and say to, I don't know, about 0.4. Yeah, let's try that. We'll see if that works. Yeah, that'll do. Not going to worry too much about it for now. Now let's go a little bit shorter. Let's go 0.2. Alright, that's going to be our ninja star. And we're just going to put a projectile movement on this too. Projectile. So I'm just going to search for projectile movement. And now on my player, when R2 is pressed, we're going to spawn actor from class, which is going to be ninja star. And then it's going to say, where do you want to spawn it? We need a transform. So I'm going to quickly just go back to my viewport and add an arrow, which I'm just going to sort of say here, and so that way. So we're going to go in that trajectory. We need to get our arrow again. Get world transform. Alright, so when we press my input, which is going to be R2, we're going to spawn this. Let's just give this a quick test, see if this actually works. We should add some speed to that, shouldn't we? Let's try 300, 300. Maybe add a little bit more to that. No, we'll go 1000. And you can just tweak this to a value that you're happy with. There we go. At some point I'll need to add a rotation as well, so I don't have to just shoot straight forward. But for now, that will do. Have I got a metal material in here? We do. Let's stick a metal chrome on it so that it starts content. Where's chrome gone? Chrome. There we go. Looks a bit more like a ninja star now, even though it doesn't. Alright, so that's that part done. Next, what we need to do is we're going to need to create another blueprint for my targets. And this is going to be barrel underscore target. and just go BP. And these are the ones that are going to just sort of shoot up in the air. But my barrel's a bit small, so I'm going to need to scale that up by maybe 4. Let's have a little look, see how that looks. Wrong one. Yeah, that's better. Maybe go up to 5. Now, when these are created, we're going to need to add an initial sort of burst and an initial impulse. Add impulse to barrel. And we are going to want to go upwards, which is the blue one. So let's just say upwards of, I don't know, we'll just do 1,000 and test it. Make sure this has got simulate physics on it. The barrel needs to have simulate physics for it to work. Give us a bit of space, hit play. Did that even go up? Even a little bit? If it did, I didn't notice it. Let's put a few more zeros on there. There we go. Maybe let's add another 1. And I'll make this more interesting in a minute, but let's get the base functionality. So when this, we'll do it under Ninja Star. But can we do it under player actually? We can. So when this overlaps, can we do is overlapping? Just have a quick squint of what we can do. If we cast at a barrel, I'm not sure that this is going to be the best way to do this actually. Let's find out. Alright, so we're going to create a reference to our barrel, get it, cast it in here. So if it overlaps with this, we're going to need to do a branch. Checkbox is going to say, is Ninja Star overlapping with barrel? If so, let's print a string. Now, I'm not confident this is going to work. Also, that barrel went way too up before we could even test it. Let's just get rid of 2 of those for now, for testing purposes. And we're going to need to move you to the left. Yeah, so it hit it, but it didn't seem to print. What we can do though is, at this point, we can normally just test. We can have a look. So it's going wrong. So we've got a note here, because I think the cast is failing. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be the best way to do it. No, okay, that's fine. We're just trying to sort of be clever about it, but maybe we're being too clever. So I'm just going to get rid of that, and instead we'll just do it under Ninja Star. So when the Ninja Star overlaps with our barrel, when the Ninja Star overlaps with our barrel, this is where we will print the score. So for now, again, we'll just do another print. Still didn't look, unless it did, I just didn't see it. throw a whole bunch of asterisks. No, unless I'm just not seeing it under that pop-up. I just don't think that's actually working. So why didn't that work? Let's figure out why this didn't work. So on barrel, let's make sure, so barrel's got physics, and it's got this. We'll just do overlap all and simulate hit events, but I'm not sure that'll make a difference. What? Okay, we can't do that. What was it set to before? I think it was set to a physics actor. Let's try and do it off the barrel. Ninja Star. No. Hashtags. Collisions can sometimes be a bit of a pain. Why is it just not detecting any collisions? Has the barrel even got any collision on it? Just add a quick collision box. Not a cube. Box collision. Make sure that's attached there. Let's try this again. Ah, it's because the thing didn't have any collision. Okay, so let me, on the barrel target, I'm going to get rid of you because we don't want you anymore. We'll just do it off the Ninja Star. Right, so on the Ninja Star, when this overlaps with the barrel, it's going to print hello. Awesome. Let's quickly create a widget for this. User interface widget. I'm going to call it Ninja Star in game widget. And let's full screen this. Right, now we are going to create a text. And it's going to say barrels hit. Barrels hit. And let's make the text a bit bigger. 48, we're going to create another text here. Make sure this is 48, and we're going to bind this text to a particular value. Now, at the moment, we don't actually have anything to bind this to. So we need to store information. And the way we're going to do this is by using a game instance. So we're going to create a new game mode. So I'm going to go blueprint class, and I'm going to do a search in all classes and create a game mode. So this is just going to hold information for this Ninja Star game mode. And then I'm going to go to settings, world settings, and here in the game mode section, I'm going to game mode override, which would be Ninja Star game mode. I think I put model. Yeah, it's fine. What are you going to do? And I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to just create a new variable, and it's going to be our score counter. Hit points. So create a new variable called hit points, which I'll set to be an int, and compile that and save that. And now back on my widget, I'm going to cast to Ninja Star game mode, or model, as I badly did. Objects, I'm just going to get game mode. And I'm going to say get hit points, which are going to be do a conversion into there, and that should hopefully print. So back on our Ninja Store where we're doing our calculations. Well, we don't need you anymore, so let's just move you out of the way. What we're going to do is cast to our game mode. So I'm actually just going to go back and copy these. And paste them in here. So we're going to cast to our Ninja Star game mode, and then we're going to set hit points. Set hit points. And it's just going to be, first we'll get it, so we know how many we've currently got, and then we'll just add 1. And then all we need to do is open our level blueprint and add this widget to our game mode. Create widget Ninja and add to viewport. Add to viewport. Oh, I've not saved my level. I need to quickly just save this. Main level, because I created a new level for this. And let's just give that a test, make sure that works. So it did multiple hits. So let's, oops, oh no. We're going to need to stop it from doing multiple hits. So let's just go back to our Ninja Star really quick, and for this we're going to just put a do once. Do once. And after it's completed, and we've done this, what we'll do is we'll just do a delay. And I don't usually like doing this because it brings your wires and sort of makes the flowchart a bit weird. But we'll delay it by, yeah, half a second. Yeah, you know, probably don't need much. And that'll reset it, and that should hopefully stop it from doing multiple hits. Yeah. Oh, I think we hit it wherever it went then. So there you go. That's us tracking that. Now, we could do a case of when we hit so many, we'll win. And we could do that on either our widget or in our game mode. So let's go to our game mode. And on tick, what we'll do, should we on here? Yeah, we could just ask the question on the tick. It's fine for this sort of situation. We've not got much else going on. So we'll do a branch. So if hit points is equal to or greater than, let's just say, we'll just say 1 for the sake of test. So if hit points is equal to or greater than 1, then what we'll do is we will create our windscreen. So let's create widget. And I don't actually have a windscreen. But I've got this warp effect, so we'll just do that. Add to viewport. Cool. So there you go. That would be, you could have a windscreen there. So if you had like a windscreen, you could pop that up and just say you've won and do whatever you need to do, which would be all good in the hood. Other than that, shall we do, I might just tweak this a bit just to make it look a little bit nicer, but for the most part that should be this system, and you should hopefully be able to use this for whatever you need to do with this. What I'm going to do now though is I am going to just improve my throw a little bit by creating a timeline. So what a timeline does is it's going to move some values. Shall we do it on a vector or a float? Let's do it on a vector. Free values. Throw arm. So I kind of want to move the arm at the same time, but I don't actually know which value it's going to be. So this will be on the blue one, won't it? Yeah, so we sort of want to go about, I don't know, we'll just try. So I'm just going to hide these other ones, and on here, we're going to have it pull back. Then we're going to have it fling forward and go back to its starting position. So it's going to pull back a little bit, and it's going to fling forward. And this isn't, again, it's going to require a bit of cleanup, but hopefully we should get the idea from it. Right, that should work now. So now we've got our graph. What we're going to do is we'll want to play it from start every time it's pressed. And we'll want to get the daemon arm. Set transform. What should we do? It's rotation, isn't it? Rotation. Add local rotation. Let's give it a try. I don't know how well this is going to work. Update you, and then you go into you. Oh my god. Right, first of all, let's get both of you and let's make this a sequence. And we'll do it on when released. So when this is released, you're going to, first of all, play this animation. And second of all, you are going to spawn one of these. We're going to do this on a slight delay. Alright, let's see if that's any better. Oh my god, that's awesome. Totally not what we want. Let's have a think here. What about if we snap these, split them? So I think it's just Z that we're using anyway. Yes, that's kind of working. But we're going to need to multiply it because it's a very small value. Notice I did like 0.5. So we'll just do float by float, sure. Let's times it by 10. That arm's eventually going out. Let's do 20. And let's start with the arm a bit more rotated in. Why is that arm not coming back in? It should be. Alright, so just throw out, flick out and come back. Let's take this to 0.4. So instead of adding local rotation, let's set rotation. So instead of adding local, I'm going to try setting rotation and see if that works any better. There we go. It seems to be coming back to its starting point now. Like I said, the whole thing's going to need a bit of tweaking and refining. But for now, you know, that's something I can mess with a little bit more in my own time. Also, I think those are going the wrong way around. I think it should be, the numbers should be reversed. So this should be the negative number. So negative 0.5. And you should be no, positive 0.4. Is that right? Well, again, it's just something I'll mess with. Yeah, it feels a bit better now. Cool. Next thing I need to do is get these barrels spawning so it becomes a bit more fun. And what should we do that on? Let's do it on the game mode, since we've already got a... We could do this on the level blueprint, or the game mode doesn't really matter too much. So we'll do it on the game mode. Function spawn barrel. Create actor from class. Spawn X from class. Let's set it to the barrel. Now, in terms of a transform, we're going to need to know where to actually spawn this from. So what I'm going to do for now is look at this guy's position. So I'm going to go to my details and look at that position there. And I'm going to split this struct. And let's say, let's just put that in, so it's 280, 650, minus 170. And in fact, we'd need to split that again. So let's split it. And is it the X that we want to mess with? Yeah. So maybe we'll go positive, negative 100 each way. So let's get a random float in range. And that's going to be between 180 and 380. Now, in here, we're going to need to spawn it. So we're going to function by timer, set timer by function name, and that function is called spawn barrel. Make sure this is case sensitive, and we'll just, for now, we'll just say every 1 second spawn a barrel. I mean, we will need to ask more questions if we're making a fully fledged game like this, like is the player alive, set conditions, has the game been won. Right, if it says it's spawned, if you look in the top right, you can see it's spawning axis there. But what's happening is I turned off the initial value, didn't I? I just pressed F8 there to go into simulate mode. So in barrel, let's just increase this number. So we can see we've got a whole bunch of barrels spawning now. And the score has been updated to reflect that. I wouldn't mind a little bit of random rotation as well with the barrels. So let's go to, so we're on our barrels now. Again, I'm just going to split this. I'm going to add some randomness to this. So let's find out which is our, so it's X. So let's mess with our X a little bit. And again, we're just going to get a random floating range. Wrong one. Random float in range. So this is going to sort of make it go a little bit left and a little bit right. I don't know what these will need to be. Minus 200 and 200. Maybe that's going to be too low, maybe that'll be too little. We don't really know. We could as well add local rotation to this based on the tick. And just gonna get another one of these. -1, -1. Plug this into all of them. Let's see how this looks. So you can see now how they're sort of coming up at different angles. It'd be nice to get a particle explosion when we hit a barrel too, to make it clear that we've actually hit the barrel and like destroyed them. So let's do that next. So where have we done this? I think we did it on a ninja star. Oh, we could do it on a barrel. Doesn't matter too much, but let's do it on a ninja star since we've already done this. Do once, cast a game. Delay. I'm just going to untick this and do a sequence. So you can do that as well, but we're also going to want to spawn particle system. Now I've got start content on, so for now I'll just do explosion, because everyone loves an explosion. What we'll need to get is get location. And we'll also want to spawn, so when we casted a barrel, which is here, we're going to destroy this actor too. Destroy actor. But I'm actually going to destroy this after a tiny little delay. I like delays because they break it up a little bit and it's good. Let me decrease this one. Cool, so we saw that one explode and turn into dust. So that feels a bit better now. We've got an error because we're trying to destroy the actor, but he's still trying to do things. Okay, instead of destroying it, let's just set the visibility. What were we messing with? What was this one? So instead of actor, let's just set visibility. Set visibility on barrel. And on the actual barrel itself, what we'll do is we'll do a delay. So after 6 seconds, we'll destroy self. So that way it's still not trying to execute commands when it's alive. Cool. And no error this time. Awesome. This game's coming along nicely. It's pretty fun. What shall I do now? Do I want the arm to sort of rotate a direction? I don't really know. I think that's probably enough for now. That went on longer than I wanted it to. But we did a whole bunch of cool stuff, and I hope you found it useful if you actually stuck it out and watched it all. Thanks for your time.